talk to me a little bit about what inspired your Jim Gordon. Did Chris offer
Jet
up?
lag.
Unexpected, but I'll take it.
Well, we went back to the comic books. Going back to it as Chris wanted to, and infuse it with some a spirit of the comic book, of the original story, and a bit of realism, a bit of something. It had got to. I think Batman at that point had got to a point that was.
There was Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. We had gone too far. We went too far.
Yeah, it was really ridiculous. And so, but what happened was there's a sort of, you're a policeman who is sort of up against it, and your best efforts can't corral the chaos.
Right.
So there's a world weariness to Jim Gordon, and things are at home. If you follow the legend or the so for the first Batman, I was living here in Los Angeles. I was a single dad, and I didn't really want to leave the kids for too long. But the first Batman was shooting in England, in London, which was doubling as Gotham. They did a pretty good job.
I'd say, yeah.
They did a pretty good job. So we're shooting in England, and I said to Chris, would it be okay, I'll fly in and I'll shoot and then fly back. And if there's anything back then, well, Chris now, he still shoots on film, but back then it was on film. And I said, if there's anything wrong with the dailies, or there's a scratch on the leg, or you know where I am, I'll be in the car on my way to the airport, and I'll just turn around and come back. But, if everything's cool, you know where I'll be. I'll get in the car, I'll go to the airport, I'll fly home, and then I'll see you Thursday or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. And so I think I ended up doing 27 round trips on the first Batman.
Got platinum status on they're on a flight. Yeah.
United Airways. And so I'd go home for 2 days, see the kids, fly back, work 3 days, go home, be home for 3 days. I'd fly to London and do one shot, and then get on the plane the next morning and come back.
So real jet lag helped the world weariness, basically.
And this was, I'm being silly, but there's a sort of a world weariness to him, and so I embraced the feeling that you have when you're going back and forth, or you've been on a long flight. I just thought I can actually use this to my advantage.
Yeah.
And so
it worked out. Yeah.
But the scripts are. This is the thing when people ask you about doing research or working outside of the script. If you're working with good writing, the psychology of it, emotional, it's in the script. And it's a map of the world. It's a map of your world that you're going to inhabit, whether it's Dracula or Slow Horses, yeah. So when you're working with really, really good writing, it's all there for you. It's in the text. And so I don't always feel such a need to go beyond what is there. If the writing, when you start breaking a sweat, and then and I've done a few of those, you're working far too hard, and you're thinking, I'm trying to sort of, and you're in a situation where you're trying to elevate the text. You're working to lift it, whereas good writing, you're surfing it. That's the best way I think I can
it
can describe it.
Must be a nice feeling when it feels like
and you instinctively you know that you're working with someone who knows what they're doing as a writer.